if there was anything, if it is true. Why am I saying if it is true? Because up till this morning before I came here, I even got analysts, people that have analyzed the various videos that were cropped, that what we call it, that were Photoshop put together. If not because I'm not permitted, I would have forwarded it to it. I can forward it to you, send it to them. People who took interest.
So the presidential candidate of Labour Party, P2B, is under fire over General Eneche's appointment into his presidential campaign council. Outrage has already trailed the appointment of former Director of Information at the Nigerian Defence Headquarters, Major General John Enenche, as a member of the Presidential Council Organization of Labour Party candidate Peter Obi. Eneche, of course, was accused of allegedly claiming photos and videos of unarmed NSAS demonstrators at Lekki Tollgate shooting on October 20, 2020. We are photoshopped. You have already watched that in the video. He claimed that the whole incident, the whole thing was just a Photoshop. P2B released a list of his campaign team, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, which had 1,234 names. But that's too much, including Eneche, appointed as a representative of the North Central. Since the release of the list, of course, it has sparked up different controversies. In fact, major controversies concerning the appointment of concerning Eneche's inclusion in the list. It has added more and more woes to the current predicament of the party. It stirred mixed reactions on social media platforms, especially from obedience. To them, is a big slap to Obi's presidential campaign. Many people have reacted, to Eneche's appointment. Many also are condemning P2B for including a major general who claimed that Lekki Tollgate protesters, who of course were protesting against the bad government of this country, Nigeria. He claimed that the whole thing was, you can say a scam. It was photoshopped. He say if you use the word cropped, to say it was photoshopped. So reacting to Eneche's inclusion to P2B or Labour Party's presidential campaign council, Fisayo Soyombo said, by appointing John Enenche, an officer who claimed photos and videos of slain NSAS protesters were photoshopped, into his presidential campaign council, P2B confirms what many have always said: he is one of them. This one is, I am Ihoma said, Eneche acted as an enemy of the youth and with blind disregard for the sanctity of human life. He and anyone who chooses to have him on his campaign team are both enemies of the people and deserve no place near the nation's highest political office, pure and simple. Major General John Enenche, who appears on the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council as representing the North Central, once called the Lekki massacre Photoshop. His appointment, barely 10 days to the second anniversary of the Lekki massacre, should raise very serious concern for everyone. The conflict of ideology is apparent, and no matter the circumstances, anyone whose first instinct was to call the shooting at Lekki Photoshop cannot be said to represent the best interest of the Nigerian young person. Edith Effiong had this to say: no one was part of the murder. NSAS protesters or defending their mother should be a part of a movement trying to take back Nigeria. Yet this is a test of leadership. If P2B allows that retired general to remain on his presidential campaign council, he will lose my support. Human rights activist Segun Awoshanya, popularly known as Segalink, said, we keep warning, but people usually don't listen until they are burned by the same fire again. There's no difference being made here, and you can't hide smoke for long. Sentiments blinds. We have a country to save, and we have a role to play, even after choosing a candidate. Well, many others are of the opinion that P2B should remove General John Enenche from his presidential campaign council, and many also are of the opinion that General John Enenche should retract his statement. He should retract his statement. Just maybe come out and say, oh, sorry guys, now I accept that Lekki Tollgate was real. It wasn't cropped, it wasn't photoshopped. It really happened. Many lives were lost. Many Nigerians, some were injured, terribly injured, and some lives were lost. Or Major General John Enenche could also maybe apologize. He needs to apologize, and P2B has to do something about this. If he keeps quiet, his presidential ambition is at stake. But that notwithstanding, even Tinubu did not today has not believed Lekki Tollgate happened. In fact, his boy, rich motopark guy, MC Olomo of Lagos, said that P2B sponsored NSAS protest. P2B and Atiku sponsored NSAS protest. That Lekki Tollgate shooting never happened. There was no killing. So there are lots of trouble and problems we Nigerian youth have to grapple with, have to do with. But come on, guys, what P2B, we are waiting for P2B's response. What has he got to say concerning his appointment of General John Enenche, the brother of the owner of Dunamis, Pastor Paul Eneche? They are brothers. What has P2B got to say? I believe he sees the plight of Nigerian youth. Of course, the obedience, majorly Nigerian youth are into this political revolution, and presenting P2B means a lot to all of us and to every Nigerian who cares. But for him to include General John Enenche is not a good sign that he is moving in the right direction. He needs to remove General John Enenche on that presidential campaign council, or General John Enenche apologizes to Nigeria. That's the only solution. If you think otherwise, I would like you to make that known in the comment box below. Thank you, guys.